Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another video for you. This one is why global infrastructure is transitioning to the internet computer in 2026. So monolithic legacy stacks, they cannot survive the friction of centralized bottlenecks. So we're shifting towards a decentralized execution layer where code lives everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. By treating the entire internet as a singular computer, we eliminate middleware / latency, improve the sovereignty. Serverless infrastructure is the only logical evolution. So basically what that is, as I've talked about in my previous video, is the big tech-free Amazon, Google and Microsoft. They pretty much control the whole of the internet as we know it right now. That's gonna shift, that's gonna change. So when I say monolithic legacy stacks, it's basically old giant hard to maintain applications and infrastructure that was normal 10-20 years ago. Now that feels like using a flip phone in 2026. Like, can you imagine using a flip phone now? Many companies, they're trying to break these apart, modernise into smaller, more flexible systems. It often comes up when people talk about migrating old systems to cloud and microservices or newer architectures. I'm answering what some people are asking today in these days, especially in the ICP community. Why are governments, companies and developers starting to move their important infrastructure to the internet computer now, such as Pakistan? And again, you've got a Swiss subnet, which is just recently fired up, and I'd hazard a guess at saying that Switzerland is gonna jump onto ICP's cloud infrastructure too. It sounds big. It is. Basically, ICP wants to replace the old centralized cloud systems that everyone relies on, as I said in the last video. And I do apologise for the pauses, because as I'm doing the videos, my brain's racing and I'm a nervous guy anyway, so like I sometimes just get myself a little bit lost. But yeah, ICP wants to replace the old centralized cloud system that we all rely on, Amazon, Google Cloud, traditional server systems, because as we know, park goes down, lots goes down, people can't do the things that we need to do in everyday life in modern time. So with a new decentralized world computer that runs on the internet itself in smart contracts, the contracts can't be edited, hacked, taken down. We have to break down why it's happening now and the problem with today's infrastructure. Almost everything online runs on that handful of big companies. They control the cloud, and that's a problem. If one of them has an outage, millions of websites, apps go down. They can censor your content, raise prices or get hacked, and your data's at risk if you've got anything on there. Governments and big companies are getting nervous, as you can see, about depending on foreign clouds for critical systems. There's talk about China. So the old setup is what we call monolithic legacy stack. It's one giant, expansive, hard to update system built 10-20 years ago, slow to change and costly to maintain, and create single points of failure, and that's the problem. But the world's waking up to this problem, and if you're not, you soon will. Countries want digital sovereignty. They want their data and systems to stay under their control. Not sitting in someone else's data centre, like somewhere. What makes the internet computer different? Think of it as a decentralized cloud that runs on thousands of independent computers, which are nodes, all over the world instead of one company's data center. The key advantages are it's super fast and cheap. The canisters, ICP smart canisters, can run entire websites and apps directly on the chain at Google-like speeds with almost no fees. Full stack on chain. You don't need to separate servers, databases, cloud hosts, and everything lives securely on ICP. It's scalable. It can automatically grow by adding more nodes. No more worrying about traffic spikes. It's secure and private. Advanced features like VEC keys let you keep sensitive data encrypted even on a public network. And then the newest thing is the sovereign subnets. Governments and companies can have their own private dedicated versions of ICP to still benefit from the main network security. And that's why we're seeing real movement. Pakistan's building a national subnet for sovereign AI and digital services. Switzerland and other countries are exploring or using dedicated subnets. Partnerships with the UN for trusted digital credentials, and enterprises are testing cloud engines which are now running, and private subnets for tamper-proof systems. The transition's accelerating this year, and it's shaping up to be a big year. Mission 70, which is Definity's plan to cut inflation by 70% while driving real usage through free trials and enterprise cloud engines. It makes the economics much better for big adopters. AI and real applications is a topic where ICP is one of the few blockchains run AI actually on chain directly. Like no other chain, I don't believe can say that. Developers can build self-updating, unstoppable apps with natural languages, tools like Caffeine AI. Security and geopolitics with rising cyber threats and data sovereignty concerns. Governments don't want to rely on a few big tech companies anymore. That's where ICP offers a neutral, decentralized alternative, and it's the only alternative. The cost savings, running infrastructure on ICP can be dramatically cheaper than traditional cloud servers and databases. That money adds up fast for big organisations with real momentum. We're seeing that transaction volume, the new developer tools, the email login, which is now a thing, which means you don't have to have a seed phrase anymore. Serious institutional interest. So the conclusion to all this is that we're still early, but the direction is clear. The world's slowly moving away from fragile, centralised infrastructure towards decentralised, sovereign and unstoppable systems. The internet computer isn't just another crypto project. It's trying to become the new foundation for how the internet works in the 2030s. Please excuse my idiot dog. What do you think? Is it going to replace part of AWS and traditional cloud? Put your thoughts in the comments. I've got to go because this dog is just going to burn my head out. Sorry.